Okay, here's the thing. I know I sound very nasally, but I'm kind of sick. I've been trying to process this for the past 3 days. That's why this video is late. And for some reason, my footage got corrupted, and the first half of this tutorial didn't pan out. Which, all that you missed, is, I measured out the front of my dress to figure out how long and how wide I wanted the apron to be. Which, I believe it was, 14 by 9, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think so. Wait, no. It was 14 across, 9 down, inches wise. Alright? That's what I did. Okay, and then after that, I put it on a fold, and then another fold, and drew a half circle. And after, it's kind of like a circle skirt. You'll have to look up a tutorial on skirts for the full effect thing. I'm sorry. But what I did is I made a circle skirt. No, then the length would have been 14 inches. So I was right to begin with. So 14 inches, I measured all the way around that half circle. Okay? And then I cut it out. And then you have a circle skirt. Alright? And that's all I really did in that first portion, mostly, was making the circle skirt. And I used 2 pieces of the fabric I had, because my fabric was very thin. And I also went through and showed y'all how to make the bow for the back and the waistband. Okay? Basically, the whole apron part. So you might have to look up a tutorial on how to do the first half of this, and I'm sorry. But as far as the rest of it, I show you how to connect it all. And I'll show you how to make the skull, put the whole circle skirt onto the waistband to make it an apron. I'll show you the rest, just not how to build it to begin with, if that makes sense. And I'm sorry. Here is the bow. As you can see, it's standing up much better now. I had to use 2 snaps in total for mine, so you might have to, depending on how big yours is too. But it looks really cute. I don't have a little middle thing, because normally you would add a piece of cloth right there. I'm not sure if I'm going to add it. I mean, it'd probably be a good idea just to cover that up. But the skull is going to be going right there. So I'm kind of back and forth, because I'm going to be putting the ribbon through the skull. So I'm kind of wondering if it's necessary or not. So I'm still deciding. But for now that I got the bow all fixed and pretty and situated, because it droops down a little like what it's doing now. This is perfect the way it is. Now, that's where it goes, is in the back. That's what it looks like. It's so cute. I got the little bow butt. Now we're going to add the apron to the front. I was going to wait till I lined it with the gray ribbon, but I might have to go ahead and put it up top first before I line it with the gray ribbon. So, yeah. Okay, now we're going to line the apron. Hopefully y'all can hear me. I kind of have to speak a little loud because you're all the way that way. Okay, so.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's got me. Aries Cat is here with me. She's working on her costume while I'm working on mine.
Yeah, I'm not on the phone anymore.
I know, she's actually here. So you might see her from time to time. But it's Ofray Gray. Don't know the exact gray to tell you. It says RN17991 for those of you that want to know what I'm using. But it's about, I'd say about an inch maybe? An inch and a half? What do you think? About an inch wide, probably?
Yeah.
It's about an inch wide-ish.
Well, probably inch and a half just to get a single ounce.
Yeah, about an inch and a half. So I'm going to treat it like a bias tape. We're going to fold it onto the sides like so. And then we're going to sew it down. And you only need it on the edge right here and down here. Do not put it right here, because this is going to attach to the apron. Well, this is the apron. This is going to attach to the waistband, so it's kind of redundant to even bother lining that. So just the edge and the half circle. Okay. And then now I'll time lapse. Now that we're all pinned, straight stitch this very slowly on your machine, and I would suggest use gray thread. Highly suggest. And yeah, that's it. Woo! Get my fat butt up. It's so much work. Mind the kid mess behind me. It happens. Oh, they can see your stuff. Just the kid stuff. Alright, if my camera will focus, I ended up zigzag stitching it because it was easier than straight stitching. Straight stitching was not working out, so zigzag it is. And I found it's easier to use the zipper foot too, so I recommend that. This is what it looks like completely. All nice and lined and pretty. And this is what it'll look like roughly sitting on me. It'll be great contrast. So, yeah, it's so pretty. Okay, now we gotta attach it to this. Okay, I'm gonna put this on. Gotta make sure it's facing the right side. I'm gonna use you all as a mirror for a second. All over the Velcro. Okay, yep, that's the middle of the back. Alright, now, I had my pencil earlier. Hey, come here, pencil. Since I don't have chalk, you know, that fancy stuff, I'm using a pencil. Alright. Huh? I did. I don't know where to disappeared to. Alright, make sure your apron is on even evenly. Hence why we went ahead and stuck the bow, which from the feel of it, it's on my middle of my back. So it looks right. Now, we're going to mark where the apron essentially goes, because even if we flatten this out on the ground, it'll be hard to see. There's that. There's that. Mark it on the inside. Do it again. And then mark it on the inside right. And then I'm going to mark a middle point. Just to be safe. I think so. I mean, you can check to see if I line this up, but I marked it, so it feels like it's right. It's what?
Okay, let me not touch.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Like I said, I got it. I'm used to doing this by myself anyways.
Okay.
I got it though. Thank you though. Aries cat tried to help me.
Yeah,
Alright.
with paint on her hands.
Yeah, with paint on her hands. Alright. I marked a spot in the middle. I went to the side. Focus.
Are you okay?
And that. Yeah. I marked it right here. And then my camera decided not to focus. 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 Okay, and then I marked it right here. So one on each side and then a middle point. These are going to be your points you need to follow so you know exactly where to put your apron. And remember, mark it on the inside so it doesn't show on the outside. So now we're going to attach the apron to the waist belt. Yeah. Got it pinned. It was easier to mark it, pin it on the edge, and then pin it in the middle, then go out, because I had to undo it and fix it. So now, we straight stitch it to it. Yay! And this is what it looks like on. Hopefully when I put the dress on in the petticoat, it'll just flare it out and fix it. I think it will, because, you know, but it's okay, I really like it. Now I'm ready to wipe my Vorpal blade on it and put some blood all over it. Look at it, it's so good. And this is what the stitching looks like. God, that looks so professional. It looks so pretty. So, here's front shot, if it will focus. Focus on me. Focus on me. Hello. Focus, focus. Focus, focus. Focus. There we go. Here's the front, side, the back, side. Voila! Eee, it's so cute. Now I'm gonna put everything on and see if this thing, because it doesn't right now. Alright. And we'll be back. Alright. This, if it will focus, is the costume. That's what it looks like. It's so cute. But the problem I have, from where I'm losing a lot of weight apparently, because I always do this right before a con, I need to add a snap right here in the middle. We're going to add it on the sides. I'm going to use magnetic snaps on the sides, the heavy duty ones, and just use a tiny little snap up front. And then I'm going to use a heavy duty magnet strap in the back because it's also got to hold up the skull. So, and we learned from Melina that it will hold it up because of the chest piece. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably put 2, actually, magnet pieces in the back, actually, now that I think about it. I probably should. So, for extra reassurance. Now, I need to decide, do I want to mark this while this is on me, or lay it flat on the ground and mark it then? What do you think?
Okay, now what?
Should I mark where I need to place these snaps while it's on me, or on the ground? Probably while it's on me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
Do you need me?
I might need you for the back, because I can't get back there. Oh, look at that. We already got a little hole where I need to put it. From where I put the... Yeah, you might need to wash your hands so you don't accidentally get paint on me. I don't want your paint. What you did. It'll focus. Alright, right here and here, where you're going to stick it, you might have to show on the side, because I can't.
And, let's see, I also put her mark right there. Actually, let me focus it.
Okay.
Okay, scoot over just a second. No, I meant like close. Yeah. Okay, so I put that mark right there, and it's going to line up with this mark right here. Okay?
This also gives me a chance to see it too.
Right. And this mark, I also put... Okay, there is that mark, and it is going to go right here in this seam. Yeah. Right.
That's the only one you didn't have to do, right?
Yeah. Because you said that felt comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna...
There you go.
It just hates me. Well, it's right there in the seam. But you can see it on the fabric. Okay, and then these two are the tricky ones. She's wanting it in between the 2 snaps right here. Actually, can you come a little bit closer? No? Good girl. Okay. She has 2 snaps right there, and it's going to be in between the snaps to Velcro or snap in between there. And so right here is the mark, and this one is the mark. Not this one, but that one. Okay? And then same thing, 2 snaps, right in the middle of the 2 snaps. And she has one mark right here. Ignore that mark. 1 mark right there, and 1 mark right there. Oh, no, they can't see it. No. Well, it's there. Okay.
Alright, and it's the smudge ones, is not the ones I need to look for, right?
Okay. Whenever you take it off, I'll show you.
Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to use a normal snap like we did with the bow up front because I only have 1 left. I'm going to use magnet straps for the ones on the sides and the ones in the back, especially the back. Alright, it is fully attached. What I actually ended up doing, I didn't have any magnetic snaps. So, got on Cosplay Amino, took some tips from you guys, and actually hand stitched it to the dress a little. Like just in spots, like right here where Cat marked everything. Is where I did it, and I can easily just pull this on and over me. And since the zipper goes down here, I can just easily take it on and off. So, there we go, we have it. Now we're going to throw it into the washer. We're not going to use hot water because I don't want to shrink it if I can help it. I mean, it's big on me so I can handle it, but we're just going to use cold water. And we're going to use light detergent and then hang it to dry, get it ready for some blood splatter. Because now we're going to ruin our pretty white dress with a bunch of blood. Yay. So, yeah, let's get to it. Alright, I mixed some red, black, and resin casting paint. And this is what I did. All I did was flip the brush like this. I mixed it with water and flipped it like this. And then grabbed it and moved the bristles like that. Like this hand is covered in paint. And what I also did is after I was done, I literally went on the apron and just grabbed it like that and just put it, you know, all over. I really shouldn't have touched that right now because it's still wet. But yeah, this, if it'll focus, it's because it's got red on it. It really hates this dress. But this is the dress. Looks pretty good on camera. It looks kind of purplish in person, but it looks really good on this camera. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, this is the dress. We are done. I went a little overboard with all the splatters, but you know, when she's in Hysteria mode, blood's flying everywhere to begin with. So since I don't have that magical effect, I just went a little blood galore. And I did it outside, and I have a box right there to catch all of it. So that's what I did. Okay, now we're going to make the skull on the bow. I would suggest getting some wax paper. This is the same method we used for the charm for the necklace. Stick it down. And we're going to use it. We're going to use Model Magic. And I got this awesome reference picture. So, we're going to copy that. So take a big old chunk and start sculpting away. now we're gonna make the teeth. Just take tiny little, which you could just carve them in there. I'm just gonna take tiny little balls and squish them up to look like teeth. And then I'm gonna squish them. Says it takes overnight to dry, so let it dry overnight. It takes 72 hours to fully cure. So yeah, I'll see y'all later. Okay, for the skull, it's been 24 hours, a little over, and it's still wet on this side, but it's basically dry to the touch on this side. I have it on wax paper, the same wax paper from before. So now we're going to use Mold Builder, and you should be wearing gloves and a face mask with this. So here's your pre-warning. Use a little brush, and I would use a brush you don't plan on using anywhere else because it does get nasty after a while. Have a window open and just brush this on. Do a light first layer. When you do this, and make sure you do at least an inch out. That's how far you want to go. Do a couple of inches out. I do about this brush length out normally. And you want to make sure you get in the crevices, you get everywhere that you want it to pick up, that you want on your mold. Alright, now it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to dry per layer, and you want to do up to 30 layers for this type of mold because of how big it is. And then I also mix the resin for this, and I use the resin dye red, and then I made an Instamorph piece and jammed it in there 4 hours after it cured. Like, it's not fully cured, but 4 hours into the curing process, made an Instamorph piece and shoved it in there. That way it lifts right up. This is how we're going to attach it on the back. So this is what we're going on. We got to wait the full 24-hour course before we can take them out of the molds. And I did spray each mold with Cast and Craft mold release spray. So there we have it. And then here's the skull. I also put some clear fingernail polish over it, but before I did, I put some simply acrylic, some black, in the eye holes, the nose, and a little bit outlined on the teeth just to give it some dirt and grime. But yeah, this is what it looks like, and fingernail polish is drying on it. And once that is done, we're going to attach the necklace, and I'm going to attach the bow. So, well, the skull to the bow. So yeah, that's what we got going on.